Well, guys, I'm on a bit of a roll, so I thought I'd drag this out of the case. This is my 1977 original factory finish black Gibson Thunderbird. Note the red, white, and blue pickguard without the 76 bicentennial year in it. Actually, I picked this up for the bass a little later after I bought it. It was missing it. The pickups, while they are under original new old stock 76 covers, they are Seymour Duncan Custom Shop 60 spec pickups, because when I bought it, it had the black ceramic pickups in it. One reason I got it so cheap. So it's a great bass. My first Thunderbird was a 76. It was Tobacco Sunburst. I foolishly sold it in 1986. So I'd always kind of wanted to have another one. So I found this for cheap, and I was pretty happy to make it my own. It has a lot of honest player wear on it, and unfortunately some rather good gouges in the top, but they're not too bad. There you go. Somebody liked this bass enough to play it quite a bit. It is unbroken. The headstock is in one piece, which can be kind of unusual for these basses. So let's get on with it. It has the typical, neck-through construction of 60s and the 70s re-releases of the Thunderbird, the 9-ply mahogany and walnut. It has everyone's favorite, the 3-point bridge. I have been tempted to put my Bad Bird 2 on it, but that would necessitate drilling holes for the tailpiece, and I guess I'm not going to do it with this bass because there's not that many of them. So it's got a very, very thin neck. It's very fast. It's almost too thin. You could find some of these basses to have kind of rubbery necks, and I think they could have used a little more meat on them, and definitely it would have helped with the headstock breakage that you see with these basses. But fortunately, this one is in one piece. So again, you know me and my neck pickup, the bridge pickup is off, and again, it's screwed all the way down. Sorry guys, I'm just not going to reset up all my basses. But let's give it a little try. With a bridge pickup, it's very authoritative. It's got a lot more snap than some of my other Thunderbirds. Kind of what it sounds like, really gritty, it's got what Mark always calls our queen, the angry piano sound. He should trademark that, by the way. But again, really lovely response on the upper register. The notes, they just pop right out. I really love that about Thunderbirds. I never know what to play. Rush there for you. So it's got a real nice treble attack, and again, this has more snap than my 60s non-reverse birds do, or my Cataldos. So I think it's in part because of the Seymour Duncan pickups. I've always found them to be a little cleaner sounding than real Thunderbird pickups. But it's not a bad trade-off. It's nice to have a different sounding bass. And again, anything for me beats those ceramic humbuckers. At some point, I would probably consider putting some Thunderbuckers in here. But right now, I'm pretty happy with the bass the way it is. Again, if I dial back the neck pickup and dial up the bridge, it does have that snap to it. It would be a little louder if it was closer to the strings. But again, I don't use it so much. So we'll just get rid of that. I'm going to roll back the tone knob. Not as blurry as my 60s birds. We'll put the tone knob about halfway. I just consider myself really lucky to get this bass for the price I did, and it was nice to get my old friend back. I kind of felt bad when I traded I sold the 76 for jewelry for a girlfriend. Dumb move. So there it is, another one in the collection. It's in my mind probably the last real Thunderbird that Gibson made. Boy, when they first came out, the pickups, a bunch of them were microphonic. They squealed like stuck pigs. It took me until 1980 to get a replacement for my 76 Thunderbird. It took that long. Gibson wasn't particularly responsive to warranty claims in that day and age. Anyhow, here it is. It's a beautiful bass. Reminds me of the new Epi Vintage Classic Pros that they have in black. So, if you can't afford one of these, get the Vintage Pro. On to the next one, guys. I'm on a roll today.